Hi everyone, welcome to the restaurant show, and we are starting out this show right because we're going to get some really good information about some local fisheries and who else to get it from but from Captain Craig Reeves. Welcome back.
It's good to be here.
And he is the owner of the Sea Eagle Market over there in Beaufort on Boundary. Yep. Okay. All right. I know I'm getting used to the geography here. And now you have a really fantastic concept that you're going to teach us about today, and it has to do with this red bag here.
Yep.
All right. Fill us in.
Well,
teach us.
It is a community-supported fishery. Most folks have heard of CSAs, which are community-supported agriculture, where you're able to become a stakeholder or being part of keeping that farm alive by front-end buying. Well, this is, we're hoping, going to be a way to
get fresh fish?
But revitalize the industry.
I love it.
Commercial fishing industry. And you're going to get that fish straight from the boat to your table.
So tell me what's in here. What are you going to start with? What do you want me to...
Well,
this is the bag that you get.
This would be a sample bag.
Okay.
So basically you would get whatever our sexy fish of the week is.
I love it.
So this would be two 8-ounce portions of grouper.
Okay.
So before our pan gets too hot, we'll go ahead and get our grouper going.
So let me just so basically you're going to get, what you're going to show us today here, Craig, is you're going to make something out of all the stuff that's in here. You're going to show us what you can make with everything that you get in this CSF bag.
Correct.
And we're going to start with the grouper. Now that's just a one piece, but you would get actually servings for 2 people to eat.
If you buy, it's a gold or silver packages. There's 2 packages offered, so it would be for 2 people or for 4.
Okay.
So this would be for 2.
Okay.
So basically you're going to end up with 2 meals and an appetizer, or potentially 3 meals.
Right.
So that's local shrimp.
Okay.
A couple pounds of shrimp.
And
then also you would get some kind of shellfish. So we're harvesting local clams. These come out of the Broad River.
Let me see those.
Yeah. So
now, real quick before we start those, so what you did is with a grouper here, what kind of seasoning did you put on there?
I just put a little bit of sea salt and some lemon pepper, and we're just going to sear that off.
I love it.
And we're going to use just a little bit of vegetable oil and a little bit of butter here.
A little bit of each. And now, these are the clams here, and what we're doing here is, Craig just gave me some hot tap water, and he said to go ahead and put this in here.
Right.
Just hot tap water. You don't have to cook it out. Just right out of your sink. And we're going to put that in there. And what's that going to do for those clams?
It'll allow them to purge any sand that might be in them.
Okay.
It'll purge. But also the clams will open up just a little bit for you, so it'll make it a lot easier to open them and do them on the half shell. What we're going to do is like a clam on the half shell.
And that's our appetizer that you were saying.
Absolutely.
And it's really crazy, and I don't think you can see it through the camera, but you can actually see it purging out some of the sand and everything. That's wild. I love it. Oh, that grouper looks so good. Okay, so while we're getting the grouper going, these are opening up and purging.
Yep.
And we're going to go ahead and use this.
We're going to take a little bit of shrimp too.
Okay, which is also, that's this package right here.
Absolutely.
All right.
And we're going to go ahead and peel and devein some. Peel.
With that, what's that thing? What's that thing right there?
Well, that's the stuff we're going to get rid of.
And what do you call that red thing though? That's just a... oh, they made it so easy.
Yeah,
I'm like at home like trying to peel, and I'm like pulling stuff out, and I don't have one of those red things.
Really? Well, we sell them at the market.
Well, there we go. Perfect.
There you go.
That
what
is
do they call
so
those
easy.
things? Little shrimp.
Deveiners.
They got
red
some
thingy.
little. They got a little silly name for them, but.
Why didn't we think of it and sell it? Man, developed it. But that is great. Okay, so now we're gonna do. These are the shrimps that we're doing here, and again, this is different every week. You're not going to get the same items. This is just a sample of what you would get. And it runs about $40 a week, give or take, depending on what level you go to. But that is great for some fantastic, fresh, and more importantly, local seafood.
Absolutely, and you know you're supporting the industry.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah. Okay, now I know you and I talked about getting another pan and doing all this, but both of us said when we're at home, we don't like to use a lot of pans,
exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
So we're going to use that pan. We're going to put that on this way, and then we're going to go ahead and start sauteing off shrimp too.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right.
We
good
need
deal.
to get our. We got a lot to do in 2 minutes.
I know. We got 2 minutes. We're going to do this up. But again, this is something that look at that beautiful fish. This is a great way to get some local fish. Look at that. That is gorgeous. All right, so we're gonna wipe that pan out, and then next you're gonna do the
I'm gonna do you some shrimp.
shrimp. Okay, good deal. Now that is gorgeous. But you'll actually get like 2 portions like
Oh
that.
yeah, it'll
okay?
be 2 8-ounce portions.
That's this
exactly.
to this, okay.
Now.
I know, there's so much cooking. We really need like a double show for Craig here. He teaches us so much, I love it.
Well, if you don't have this seasoning in your house,
okay.
If I had to throw everything out but one spice, this is the spice
and can
to
you
have.
get this at your place?
Yeah, we do have it.
Okay,
but most
perfect.
any local grocery store is going
Should
to
have it. Let me show that to them while you're cooking up there.
I'm just telling you, that's the best spice.
Cavender's all-purpose Greek seasoning. It's a tantalizing taste treat. There we go.
If you don't have it, you need it.
That is great.
Just put a little bit of Greek seasoning.
Yeah.
A little bit of your teriyaki marinade, just a sprinkle of that.
And I love it because you're really mixing 2 different flavor profiles, you know, and I'm used to all my seasonings usually having paprika in it with the red. So like when I saw that, I'm like, oh, that looks light, lemony. Oh, that smells good. All right, so we're gonna be cooking that up, and I know we're running out of time. We wanna get everything that we can plated. We might have to, next show we might have to do the clams,
Let
but
me just show you what the clams will end up.
he'll be back in just a second. He's going to the magic oven. And here he is.
There's our clams.
And there's our clams, which we'll turn this into here, into this plate here, which is fantastic. And those are clams with some beautiful bacon. I'm just gonna show this, chef, while you're cooking that. This is the chopped up bacon, which then you roasted on top of the clams. Oh, that looks delicious.
This is gonna be...
Not quite yet, huh?
Well, let's just see what we can do.
See what we can do.
Without getting stitches.
It'll be my first like emergency show. All right, you know, let's show that shrimp before we take off, and we're gonna go ahead and plate that onto here. And again, that just has that light seasoning, that butter ends up being beautiful on it, and a little bit of that teriyaki sweetness.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so make sure you guys check out Sea Eagle Market. Of course, always having the freshest seafood there, but now part of this wonderful community-supported fisheries project. And hopefully we'll be hearing a little bit more about it.
Absolutely.
And over the next few months, oysters I know will be coming up.
Yes, ma'am.
It's a whole other thing, whole other show to go to.
Absolutely. Well, our purchase dates are through to September 21st, and our first bags go out the first week of October.
Beautiful. So that's when you'll be heading out there and give them a call and find out what they have to offer. Thank you so much, Captain.
Thank you.
We'll be back in just a moment.